Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Noli here. So in today's video I want to tell you what are in my opinion best ships in each tier. Before we start, I just want to say disclaimer that I am mostly cruisers and battleships player. I can play CV and destroyer, but that's not my specialty. So this is only my opinion. I fully appreciate that some of you guys can do really well in CV or in destroyers and can really carry the game. But my criteria for this thing is just think about in which ship I can in most of situation do good, depending on in different matchmaking, even different maps and whatever, so that ships are less situational and much more like all-rounder, so depending on whatever the situation is, that I can mostly do good in them. So let's now dig in. Tier 1, I would say definitely Black Swan. So it is a pretty good ship for tier 1, fast reload. It has only AP shells and 100mm guns, so you probably want to shoot bow or stern of the ship and not directly in the middle of the ship, because the armor is heaviest there. But again, it's tier 1, so you can really do good in this ship and have a lot of fun. Then on tier 2, ship that I really like is Samson. So it is a destroyer. And what is great about it, it's quite fast. It has guns are okay, but what's great is actually torpedoes. So it is it has 4 sets of 2 torpedoes, and it has only 20 seconds reload. So you can really shoot 4 torpedoes from each side, and when you turn, the other side will again be reloaded. So it is excellent ship in tier 2. And honorable mention is of course Mikasa. So you usually like this ship. It's super cute. I think it's the cutest ship in the game. It's the only tier 2 battleship, Japanese, and it's super fun to play it. So if you can get it, definitely get it, because it's unbelievably cute. Then on tier 3, what 2 ships that I really enjoy playing is Frian and Aurora. So they're both cruisers, but it doesn't matter in tier 3, because mostly there will be like a lot of cruisers and a lot of destroyers, and if you can take a lot of them down, then you can in the end clear the battleships, so you can really carry the game in both of them. What Aurora doesn't have torpedoes, only had guns, but it has 14 guns, and they can shoot both in the front, a lot of them, so you can angle quite good. They have really good dispersion, and I really enjoy playing this ship, so it can really teach you how to play cruisers and how to position, not take too much damage. And Friant is actually really good introduction also to cruisers, because it also has torpedoes, so guns are quite good. There has 8 guns, quite good dispersion and range, and it also has 4 times 2 torpedoes, so you can really make use of these torpedoes going against battleships. So if you can hammer it down with HE and then shoot one side torpedoes and then other side torpedoes, and it has really good arcs, so really enjoy playing this ship. Doesn't hear a lot about it, but on tier 3 it's really nice ship to play. So I would even take, because of the torpedoes, I would take Friant as best ship on tier 3 for me to play. Then for tier 4, so here there is, for me it would be Svetlana. So it is again Russian cruiser. I hugely like playing with it, because it has really excellent guns, and it has torpedoes, so you can use torpedoes to hammer down battleships, and guns you can take down destroyers and cruiser. There are a lot of them in these lower tiers. Excellent guns, and 4 times 3 torpedoes, so that means you can shoot 6 torpedoes on each side, so it can really have a really devastating impact on battleships that are maybe not always careful on these on these tiers. Honorable mentions are also Imperator Nikolai I, so 16 guns, so it's quite okay. Also fun to play, a little bit slow, and of course there is Yubari as a cruiser slash destroyer with quite a good torps, as I would say even. Yeah, excellent torps. So that would be tier 4. On tier 5, the ships that I really enjoy, or I would say that it is most the strongest ship that you can get on tier 5 is definitely Giulio Cesare. So it's almost a mixture of cruiser and a battleship. So it is really agile. So you can good speed, okay acceleration, good traversa. Great guns, so the guns are really excellent. Secondary guns are also okay. So yeah, all around it has a feeling of like a small Roma on tier 5. So this is, in my opinion, really good ship. Honorable mentions that you also have on tier 5, and I think that Giulio Cesare really can carry a lot games. I think I have around, I don't know, 95% win rate in her, so it's really, you can play alone, you can play in team, so you can really carry the game without any problem. Honorable mentions on tier 5 are definitely for cruiser Königsberg, so really good cruiser where you can learn how to play cruisers, so that's really good. Specialty here is that these two back turrets can rotate 360 degrees, so you can really shoot nicely on each side, and you don't have to wait to turrets to rotate. Agnicure is also really nice. With HE you can really delete in one shot DDs that you're trying to come close. And for the destroyers, I really recommend Heal, so really a nice ship to play, a little bit also overpowered destroyer if you want to play it. Yeah, I mean there are lots of good ships, but this is the ships that I really feel most comfortable in. Then tier 6. On tier 6 I would definitely say the best ship that is Warspite, I would say even without hesitation for me. Excellent guns, good maneuverability, you can score a lot of citadels. It has only 8 guns, but somehow I always perform excellent, and this Warspite is actually the highest win rate playable ship, so I don't have huge amount of games in her, but where is it? Yeah, so here it is. So I have 41 games, only 1 defeat, and the second is actually Svetlana, 97% win rate. Yeah, so Warspite can do really good. What I would also mention as a really good ships that I really enjoy playing, and maybe people are not playing so much, is for the cruisers Molotov. So it is very similar to Kirov on tier 5, so it will give you the feeling of this heavy Russian cruisers like Kronstadt or Moskva. So it will give you really, so it has 200mm guns, so it's usually I use AP and I do really well in it, always can score a lot of damage. Also for destroyers are I would mention Fusion. Fortunately didn't get permanent camouflage, but I need to get this. Will give you really good feeling of deep water torpedoes and how they're working, and entire Pan-Asia line of destroyers how it's working. So these are definitely mentions. And Independence and Ruho, both of them I like. So Independence I would say is a little bit better as, let's say, real taste how carriers are working. So on tier 7, the situation is much more closer, so to say. My favorite, I would say, where I have a feeling, and I also have a big win rate, I also think around 95%, something like that, is Belfast. With Premium English Commander you will get excellent smoke, so you will get, I think, 3 smokes that are per se are 32 seconds stock, and then if you get English Commander it is 20 seconds more, 20% more, so it will be almost 40 something seconds 3 times. You can stay almost 2 minutes plus minus under smoke, and it is a really huge difference in the game, so you can really do good. It has also excellent guns. HE also, it is Royal Navy, but together with HE, and only thing is it doesn't have torpedoes, but you can use HE on battleships, and it can really carry the game a lot. As I said again, I think I'm around 94-95% of win rate on Belfast, so there is it, yes, so 94.21, 145 games played, so I really enjoyed this game. This ship, sorry. But the situation is here, again, depending on tier 7, is what you like to play. So if somebody wants to play CV, Saipan is excellent CV. So hugely, extremely strong fighters, so you can really can take any other CV down. Planes, and then it has really a strong torpedo bombers group. The only disadvantage is that it has a relatively limited number of planes on deck. For the battleships, for me it was between West Virginia and Nelson, so in my opinion I like to play Nelson a bit more in terms of West Virginia. So it's a bit faster, it can have HE that are really good against destroyers and good AP. West Virginia is also okay, but somehow it has, I mean, a lot of people say it's the strongest battleship, range, it has good armor and everything. I like to play her a lot, but lately I have a lot of problems with dispersion, like especially on maximum range, so yeah, it's struggling. But I mean, great ships nonetheless. The most fun ship that I have on tier 7 is definitely Atlanta, so hugely like her. So she's like a big destroyer, but she has seven guns, 7 turrets that can shoot, and you can just continuously shoot if you have and light fires if you have a battleship that is broadsided. It has also smoke and torpedoes, so really fun ship. I really enjoy playing her. Surprisingly, which ship is also quite okay, I was really surprised, is Ashitaka. Really good guns on the long range, so as a sniping ship she is really good. But overall, as I said, I would say that my favorite is definitely Belfast, and if you want to for destroyers, I would definitely recommend Sims as a great destroyer, also great smoke there, and also the ship that I really enjoyed was this Panasia Gajamada, or what, I don't know how to pronounce that. Yeah. And in tier 7 there is also one of my favorite, the ship that I like the most in the entire game, and that's Scharnhorst. So it's a brawler, it's difficult to play, but in terms of visual beauty and how it's played, this is the ship I from the beginning of the game I like the most, and still enjoy playing it, and really like the style, and I think that it can perform really well in right circumstances and people, but sometimes difficult to carry the game, and this is why I would go maybe with Belfast as the best tier 7 ship. On tier 8 I will have to say Roma. So Roma is excellent battleship, so excels in most every aspect except AA defense, but that can be with right positioning and staying close to other ships. You can avoid that being a huge problem. So this is the ship that I can really, I think I have around 90% win rate, and I can really carry the game excellent in this. Also Richelieu is great ship. Most of the guns are on the front, so you can really just bow on, be a little small target to the enemy, and really just good dispersion agility. So this is also really nice ship. Also ship that I have to mention is that a lot of people are not playing it, Charles Martel. So I didn't get historical calm, I need to get it, but this is a lot of times I heard people say it's a boring ship, but actually it's amazing ship. So it's great. So it has great guns, it has good torps, it is agile enough, fast enough, so it is very balanced ship. So you can take destroyers down with HE or AP, you can take cruisers with AP, and you can even fight with HE and burning and torpedoes against battleships. So this is something that is maybe not such a hit ship, or not a lot of people are playing it, but in terms of stability, I'm always somehow performing really good in Transmondial. So I would definitely recommend, if anybody is interested, to play the ship. In terms of destroyers, I would say the most balanced destroyer is, if you want to play, is Benson. Really nice ship, good smoke, US destroyer line, so it's stable and fun to play. And in terms of carriers, I would suggest Enterprise or Shokaku as a good CVs. Maybe for me, Enterprise is a little bit better, but I've seen guys that are performing in Shokaku excellent, really like killing it with the ship. Yeah, so this is tier 8. Yeah, in tier 9 I would have to say, for me, so it is a lot of time matched against tier 10. The ship that is really good, performing good for me, is Missouri. So it's really excellent ship. So I was very divided between Missouri and Kronstadt. So these two ships, both of them are phenomenal, and they can perform excellent. So they can do well in most of the situations. What I would maybe suggest for carrier is Teijo, and then from Benham is a really fun tier 9 ship, but Missouri would have to take the crown for me, at least. And then tier 10, the best ship I can perform in tier 10 is Republic. So not just in terms of rapid reload, but in terms of accuracy, it has really good guns, agility, and this is something that I have a bit of problem, not a problem, but with Yamato and with Montana, they are so sluggish and slow. So and especially in tier 10 against Shimikazes, if you need to stop, change directions, it takes quite a long time. And this is something that I really prefer in terms of changing direction, positions, and this kind of stuff with Republic. In terms of camo, this is something that I prefer to have. I mean, it has a chicken. You see, it's a chicken on a ship. It's beautiful, and you see, it's really nice. And only thing is the stats are a little bit better on standard. But let's keep it this one. I mean, it's a chicken, yeah. The other ship for Team 10 that I have, and it is really good, is Worcester. So it's really very good cruiser, so you don't have to worry about CV in this cruiser, so they will avoid you or they will lose all the planes immediately. Really good reload, very agile, and with this premium commander it can do extremely well. So this is a cruiser in which I can take the DDs out, fight against battleships, fight against other cruisers, don't have to worry against CV, so it's really stable ship. Gearing is also performing quite good on tier 10, and if you want to hunt other destroyers, then I would definitely say Z52. And then for CV, I would definitely suggest Hakuryu. I'm not the expert, so I cannot perform quite good in CV, as I've seen guys who can do really excellent in CVs. But Japanese CV with torpedoes can really be devastating for enemy DDs. Yeah, so this is this would be my recommendation. I mean, look at this, it's really nice with this chicken, but yeah. Anyhow, so this is my favorite ships in the game. I hope it yeah, helped you or was interesting to watch. And please let me know in the comments below. I really would like to hear what are your ships, which ship you do enjoy to play, what do you think is the best ships in tiers, where you think that you can perform really good and carry the game. It's always great to hear other people's experiences. Yeah. So thanks guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell button so you are informed when the new video will come up. Thanks and see you later. Bye.